What if Ned Stark had demanded a trial by combat? Let's explore the depths of this scenario in the following analysis. Ned Stark kneels in the throne room, blood pooling on the marble floors around the last of his fallen men. He struggles to steady his breath as he looks from Littlefinger to Queen Cersei, then to Joffrey, whose cruel, eager gaze meets his own. The throne room is secured in minutes, the king's guards tightening their grip around him. As he kneels, Cersei steps forward, her expression unreadable, while Joffrey's lips curl into a smirk. "Igma Frost, kill him, I command it," the boy king declares. "In due time, my child," Cersei interjects, her voice cool and measured. "First, the traitor must confess. Do this, and I guarantee we shall be merciful." Ned glances around the room, noting that most of the men have their weapons drawn, ready to cut him down at the Queen's order, but some hesitate, their hands resting on their hilts rather than drawing their swords. Among them is Ser Barristan Selmy. Seizing his only chance, Ned makes a desperate gamble. "Is this how you begin your reign, boy? By becoming a tyrant on your first day?" Ned's voice is hoarse but unwavering. "Silence," Joffrey spits. "You wished to usurp my son? You speak of injustice, yet deny me my rights? I demand a trial by combat." A hush falls over the throne room. The knights shift uneasily, their hands tightening on their weapons. Joffrey, red with rage, seems ready to defy the demand outright, but Cersei's furious expression darkens. She knows the law is on Ned's side. Slowly, she nods. "Fine," she growls. "If you wish to die with steel in your hands, so be it, unless you can find a fool willing to fight for you." A voice rings out, clear and unwavering. "I am that fool." Gasps ripple through the hall. Ned turns to see Ser Barristan stepping forward, his aged but battle-hardened face grim with resolve. "No, get back," Ned protests. "Do you not value that white cloak of yours, sir?" Cersei hisses. "This trial concerns the king. It would be improper for a king's guard to champion against him." Pycelle interjects, voice trembling. "Begging your pardon, your grace," Barristan says, "but Joffrey is not yet king in the eyes of the realm, and as you speak on his behalf, you assume the king's position in this matter. I am duty-bound to defend his words, not his person." Curtis, his lips thin in fury, but she has no immediate retort. After a moment, she forces a smirk. "Very well. If it is treason you defend, then you shall share Ned Stark's grave. The crown names Jaime Lannister as its champion. The trial shall commence when he arrives. Until then, Lord Stark will have time to reflect. In the black cells. 6. You sought to sway Sir Robert Bolton." The guards seize Ned and drag him from the room, but as he passes Ser Barristan, the old knight meets his gaze with a solemn nod. This is no true reprieve. Only a delay. War still rages in the Riverlands, Tywin marches his host, and the Baratheons gather their banners. Yet for now, Ned has bought himself a sliver of hope. Days later, a golden-armored figure rides into King's Landing. Jaime Lannister enters the throne room, his usual arrogant swagger replaced with an edge of uncertainty. Across from him stands Ser Barristan Selmy, armored and ready. "This need not end in blood," Jaime says, his voice tight. "Confess your crimes, and you may yet take the black." "It is not I who needs to confess, sir," Barristan replies. No further words are exchanged. Both knights draw steel. The throne room falls silent, except for the distant crackle of torches and the steady breaths of the combatants. Jaime moves first, feinting left before slashing right in a blur. But Barristan anticipates the maneuver, stepping back and parrying with practiced ease. Jaime presses forward, his strikes fast and relentless, but the old knight absorbs each blow with methodical precision. Sweat beads on Barristan's brow. He knows he cannot match Jaime's speed indefinitely. As Jaime overextends in a final slash, Barristan pivots, knocking the blade aside and driving his pommel into Jaime's ribs. The Kingslayer staggers. Barristan wastes no time. His sword thrusts forward, slipping through the gap in Jaime's gorget. The Kingslayer gasps, blood spilling from his lips as he collapses. A stunned silence grips the hall. Then Pycelle, voice shaking, declares, "Ned Stark is deemed innocent." Cersei leaps to her feet, face pale. She clutches Joffrey as the gold cloaks move swiftly, detaining Pycelle, Littlefinger, Joffrey, and the Queen. With order restored, word is sent to Stannis Baratheon to claim the throne. In the days that follow, Ned acts as regent, overseeing the purge of traitors. Littlefinger and Pycelle are executed. The King's Guard is dismissed, save for Ser Barristan, who is honored for his service. The Lannister bannermen, realizing Joffrey no longer holds power, retreat rather than face the wrath of the crown. Tywin, isolated and weakened, finds his forces shattered by Roose Bolton and Robb Stark. By the time Stannis arrives in the capital, order has been restored. He takes the throne without bloodshed. Ned receives no praise from him, only a curt nod of acknowledgement. Yet Stannis honors his word, proclaiming Joffrey a bastard born of incest. Gendry, bearing Robert's unmistakable features, is paraded as proof. With the Lannisters crushed, there is no one left to challenge Stannis' rule. But peace is fleeting. In the south, Renly Baratheon refuses to bend the knee, bolstered by the Tyrells. War looms once more as Stannis and his allies prepare to march. Meanwhile, troubling whispers emerge from across the sea. Daenerys Targaryen has hatched 3 dragons. And beyond the wall, an even greater threat stirs in the darkness. The man is warned that he should consider himself fortunate to be allowed to remain lord of a castle as significant as the twins. His authority is not as secure as he once believed, and this realization weighs heavily upon him. Among those watching the proceedings is a seemingly unremarkable merchant, an observer blending into the background. However, this is no ordinary merchant. This is Varys, the master of whisperers, operating in disguise. As the discussions unfold, Varys quietly slips away, his mind already racing. He begins writing a letter to his trusted comrade, Alio Mentus, detailing these unexpected developments. Outwardly, he remains calm and composed, but beneath the surface, frustration brews. This shift in power was never part of their plan. Daenerys was always meant to return to Westeros, but under vastly different circumstances. She was to arrive in a land shattered by chaos, a kingdom primed for the return of the Targaryens. More importantly, she was supposed to reclaim her birthright alongside another great Valyrian, the Black Dragon himself, Aegon Blackfyre. Now, with the balance of power shifting unpredictably, their strategy has been thrown into disarray. Adjustments must be made, new opportunities sought, and patience exercised. Varys understands that time is both an ally and an enemy. As he steps out of the temple and walks among the common folk, he keenly observes the uncertainty in their eyes. The people regard the structure with a mix of awe and trepidation. A small smile plays on his lips. Perhaps the opportunity he seeks is not as distant as it seems. Westeros is a land teeming with intrigue, ambition, and unforeseen twists. Every shadow conceals a secret, and every whisper carries the potential to alter the course of history. If you wish to journey with us through the 7 kingdoms and beyond, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. The story is far from over.